Good evening, I'm Victoria Sheehan. Thanks for joining us tonight. Every year when March 17th comes along, Irish traditions take hold in many unique ways. Here in central Alabama, many people dusted off their favorite shamrock shirts and headed out into the streets to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. WVUA's Molly Mitchell brings us an inside look at who St. Patrick is and why he is celebrated with shamrocks, the color green, and the threat of a pinch.
Bangers and mash are being served. Friends are gathering for drinks, and if you're not wearing green,
a leprechaun pinches you.
But what does all this have to do with Ireland? And who exactly is this St. Patrick?
He was a missionary that brought the faith to the people of Ireland and kind of like reinvigorated Ireland. And many people came into the church through his work and his action.
I'm here with David Sears, and as you can see, he's wearing a hat that has shamrocks on it. St. Patrick used to walk around Ireland using the shamrocks to describe the Holy Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. He's also wearing green, and it's a common misconception that St. Patrick himself wore green, but it wasn't until the 1700s that Americans decided to incorporate that into the holiday.
Father Holloway says there is one color he most likely did wear.
It would be a Marian color, that he had a great devotion to Our Lady.
While the Marian color was out of sight today, the color green was everywhere. It's holiday tradition to be pinched if you aren't sporting the hue, and that tradition started as a caution, meaning a leprechaun would sneak up and pinch green abstainers. According to local bar owner Dan Brislin, this holiday drums up lots of local business.
I like to show my Irish pride and drink.
St. Patrick has spanned the Irish culture far beyond Ireland.
It unites the world and makes us all think that we're Irish or Catholic or both.
So we should celebrate the things that he did, that he accomplished with the people throughout the world.
Reporting in Tuscaloosa, I'm Molly Mitchell for WVUA News.
Now, even though St. Patrick's Day is a Catholic holiday, Catholics do not celebrate the saint when March 17th falls on a Sunday or the Thursday or Friday of Holy Week. And speaking of the Catholic faith, tens of thousands of Catholics packed into St. Peter's Square to hear the Pope Francis deliver his first English prayer today. They cheered as the pontiff appeared at the window of the papal apartment before giving the traditional noon blessing. Francis also held Mass earlier in the day. Thoughts and prayers are going out to University of Alabama Athletic Director Mal Moore as he continues to recover after being admitted to Duke University Medical Center last week. He was admitted for follow-up tests in conjunction with his pulmonary problems. The 73-year-old had been at Brookwood Hospital in Birmingham. Before that, he spent 2 days at DCH Regional Medical Center in Tuscaloosa in August with an irregular heartbeat. On Friday, despite the comments on the start of football spring practice, head coach Nick Saban took the time to talk about Moore's condition.
I know Mal is in good spirits, and I went to see him on Wednesday. They took him over to Duke on Wednesday night, so I saw him before he left. I think he's in great hands with a lot of good people, and I know he's got a lot of family around him that are being very supportive, including his daughter Heather. So, our thoughts and prayers are with him, and we'd certainly appreciate, all of our fans and everyone out there who supports Alabama football to have a thought and a prayer for Mal and his family as well.
Stay with WVUA for any changes in Moore's condition. Traffic along I-359 South is now all clear after crews responded to a two-vehicle crash that left one car overturned. Just before 9 p.m., Tuscaloosa police and rescue crews responded to the crash near the 35th Street exit. Police blocked off traffic for a short time and it was backed up several hundred yards. There has been no confirmation by authorities as to how many people, if any, were injured in the wreck. In tonight's Home Team Crime Watch, police continue to investigate a possible mugging that happened in broad daylight in Tuscaloosa. According to Tuscaloosa Police Sergeant Brent Blankley, it happened around 2 p.m. yesterday in the parking lot of University Mall. A woman was leaving the mall when an unknown man came up to her from behind, grabbed her purse, and knocked her to the ground. The suspect fled the scene with the purse, and the victim was taken to DCH, where she was treated for injuries she received during the incident. WVUA will have more information regarding the suspect as it is made available to us. Now, there are things people can do to keep themselves safe in almost any situation. According to professionals in the self-defense industry, always try to park your vehicle near other cars in a well-lit space. Do not give muggers a reason to want to approach you. They say to keep the amount of cash you have on hand to a minimum and instead opt for cards. Keep a self-defense tool like mace or a personal alarm within close reach. and educate yourself in their use enough so that you can use them in stressful situations. Always remember that in the case of an attack, getting away from the attacker is always more important than fighting back, and fighting should always be a last resort. And whenever you go out, make sure someone knows where you are. Jefferson County continues to try to avoid bankruptcy, and now a state representative thinks he has a plan that will help them escape the financial trouble. Democrat Representative John Rogers is suggesting reinstating a 0.5% occupational tax. Rogers says that could generate as much as $65 to $70 million. The county went into bankruptcy because of an inability to pay creditors in a massive sewer system project. The county's occupational tax was previously found unconstitutional because it exempted some people. Rogers said his proposed tax would have to be paid by everybody equally. In your Education Watch tonight, a school security policy is under review in Dothan. The superintendent of Houston County Schools says district officials plan to review a new security policy that requires all students to wear identification badges. Houston County Schools started requiring the IDs this year after the school shootings last year at Sandy Hook Elementary School. The county students are required to wear an ID badge around their necks at all times while at school. Children who don't comply can be disciplined. County school officials say they will begin reviewing the policy next month. Well, increasing college completion rates remains a constant worry among education leaders, and now some schools are looking through their databases to track down former students who unknowingly qualify for degrees. It's known as Project Win-Win, and it has helped community and four-year colleges in 9 states, including Florida, Louisiana, and Missouri, identify hundreds of ex-students who have either already earned enough credits to receive associate degrees or are just a few classes shy. Project leaders hope the effort will encourage students to come back to school or seek advanced education after receiving 2 years degrees. Welcome back. People came to J.C. Park today for an early celebration of spring. Tuscaloosa's One Place hosted their annual spring fling where dozens of kids enjoyed their Sunday by hunting for Easter eggs, getting their faces painted, and jumping on moon bounces. Volunteer coordinator Emerald Autry says events like the spring fling are beneficial for everyone.
Events like the Spring Fling really give the community a free opportunity to come out. They get to, hang out with their family and friends in a safe environment and then just kind of come together.
And they can't wait until next year's event. Well, also today, kids and Kids at Heart came out to support Tuscaloosa's Children's Hands-On Museum in their 7th annual Rubber Duck Derby. Ducks were $5 each and 3,000 ducks raced this year. First place won $2,000, second place won $1,000, while third place received $500. The money raised from the Derby is used to fund programs like Music Madness and other projects throughout the year. When children weren't rooting for their ducks to win, they were hula hooping, jumping in inflatable houses, playing carnival games, or competing in the duck costume contest.
Absolutely, this is a great family event. Everyone has a chance to win money with the ducks racing, but it's also a great way to benefit the museum once again.
It's a lot of fun. We've heard about this before. We get emails from CHOM, but this year we were invited with some friends and we came out and my son's just having an awesome time. The more things they have for children to learn and just experience and to socialize, the better.
Well, officials say this is the largest turnout CHOM has had, and the event continues to grow each year. The Duck Derby estimated that today's fun-filled events raised over $20,000, and this will fund many events over the next year.